They've kept a secret about you for too long, it's time you knew. They have kept a secret about you for too long, it is time you knew. Archangel Michael says, my beloved child, breathe slowly and hold your ground because the air around your name is changing in silence. The quiet corners where whispers hid your truth are shaking like windows before a summer storm. The next 24 hours carry a bright key that fits a locked door with your initials carved inside. A story about you was folded and hidden in a drawer that no one was allowed to open. Hands that feared your light kept the drawer closed and called the darkness safety. The next 24 hours bring a hand of fire that opens it without force and without apology. The page inside the drawer has your victories written in faint ink that suddenly turns bold. Your footsteps align with timing that never misses when your heart is ready. The next 24 hours move like a train you hear first and then see roaring into view. You feel the floor tilt gently, not to throw you off, but to slide you toward your appointment with revelation. Your name glows on a door that pretended to be blank for years. The next 24 hours confirm that the door was always yours and the corridor only waited for your arrival. Type Amen 333 in the comments to claim your blessing and anchor this message now. My beloved child, a current of courage flows under your ribs like a clean river through a hidden valley. The people who underestimated you taught your spirit discipline, and your discipline now teaches your destiny speed. The next 24 hours repay quiet endurance with loud recognition. A phone will feel heavier in your palm because a call desires to arrive. A message drafts itself in the unseen, lining up words that unwind a knot around your life. The next 24 hours loosen strings that once tied your wings. The atmosphere in your room learns your name again as if it is a sacred rhythm. The calendar page looks ordinary but behaves like a switch. The next 24 hours rewrite the labels on old moments and turn setbacks into rehearsal notes. My beloved child, you once walked past a door with frosted glass and felt overlooked. Today the frost melts without heat and your reflection steps forward with authority. The next 24 hours invite you to read your name in clear letters and enter. A promise that felt delayed was never refused, only ripened. Your waiting was a greenhouse and your hope was the sunlight on the panes. The next 24 hours bring fruit that tastes like patience and strength. You carried memories like stones because no one offered a basket. You now receive a basket that is light and strong, and the stones transform into seeds. The next 24 hours plant those seeds in good soil with your footsteps as rain. My beloved child, your path becomes audible like drums that begin soft and grow sure. The rhythm belongs to you and the dance welcomes only your honest pace. The next 24 hours match your heartbeat with the road under your feet. You expected a complicated map, yet grace prefers a straight line. The line runs from your backbone to your horizon and will not bend. The next 24 hours draw that line in bright ink everyone can see. A circle of voices once spoke in code about your future. Their code collapses when your truth speaks in daylight. The next 24 hours end the old script and begin the real chapter. My beloved child, you were not fragile, you were focused. You were not late, you were loaded. The next 24 hours release what was packed inside you for the correct hour. A letter with your breakthrough was stamped but held in a bin behind the counter. The clerk of destiny now slides it forward with a calm smile. The next 24 hours place your name at the top of the delivery route. You stand in an intersection where four winds meet and agree. North brings clarity, south brings warmth, east brings opportunity, west brings closure. The next 24 hours braid those winds into a banner over your head. My beloved child, your hands remember work that made no sound. The silence of that work becomes thunder of reward without noise that hurts. The next 24 hours reward your invisible effort with visible ease. You will notice small signs arranging themselves like magnets on a door. The magnets spell courage, favor, and proof. The next 24 hours position those words above every step you take. The fear that once walked beside you like a shadow loses its shape. Courage steps forward like a friend you always recognized. The next 24 hours keep that friend at your right hand. My beloved child, a blessing crosses a bridge toward your life without hesitation. The bridge holds because it was built from your faithful choices. The next 24 hours carry that blessing to your doorstep. A name you have not heard in months rises kindly without chaos. Old heaviness falls away like a coat that is too warm for this new season. The next 24 hours clothe you in a fabric called ease. Your heart understands that relief does not mean weakness. Relief means the load has moved to the correct shoulders, and those shoulders belong to grace. The next 24 hours teach your breath a gentle rhythm again. My beloved child, a door that once opened for others while ignoring you now swings toward you. The hinges are oiled by favor and the key is honesty. The next 24 hours invite you to walk through without bowing your head. You will see alignment in places you once saw accidents. You will see purpose where you once saw noise. The next 24 hours organize your landscape like shelves labeled with your future. A conversation that avoids your worth ends and a conversation that honors it begins. The table is rearranged so your seat is visible and reserved. The next 24 hours print your name card and set it in the center. My beloved child, your story never belonged to rumor. Your story belongs to revelation delivered in compassion. The next 24 hours escort revelation to your door with soft footsteps and strong timing. A mirror inside your spirit stops showing old fog and begins showing clear edges. You see who you have become without apology. The next 24 hours keep the mirror clear and the light steady. You once hid your gifts like candles inside drawers. The drawer opens and the candles stand on a windowsill where they are safe and seen. The next 24 hours light every wick. My beloved child, there is movement in the ledger of your life. Debts of energy you paid forward return as credit of favor. The next 24 hours let you withdraw what was promised. People who spoke in half-truths about your path find their words losing interest. The truth gains interest like a generous account with compounding grace. The next 24 hours raise the balance to visible abundance. Your name is pronounced correctly by the winds that will carry it. Your name is handled gently by hands that respect it. The next 24 hours introduce your name to rooms that value it. Archangel Michael says your season of quiet building is recognized in heaven and registered on earth. The armor around your hope does not make you hard, it makes you safe. The next 24 hours place you in sight lines where good finds you quickly. My beloved child, the road behind you only serves as a reference, not a prison. The road ahead respects your pace and amplifies your stride. The next 24 hours tune the ground to your purpose. You feel a pull like the tide, not to drown you, but to float you forward. Trust rises naturally when proof begins to arrive. The next 24 hours deliver evidence that supports your brave decisions. A hand you worried about now opens in peace. A door you wanted to knock on now opens from the inside. The next 24 hours offer welcome without performance. My beloved child, you will sleep and wake with a lighter chest. Your steps will measure calm instead of caution. The next 24 hours replace worry with wise action. You once measured yourself by the noise around you. You now measure yourself by the strength within you. The next 24 hours lock this new measurement into place. A gift arrives with simple wrapping and bright usefulness. It fits an old need you carried for years with patience. The next 24 hours confirm that your needs are known. My beloved child, the memory of the hardest day no longer dictates your calendar. It becomes a teacher that bows when the lesson is complete. The next 24 hours stamp that lesson as finished. You hear a sentence inside like a bell, you are seen and supported. That sentence refuses to fade because it agrees with your destiny. The next 24 hours let this agreement manifest in timely events. Your courage is a doorway for others who watch quietly. Your courage stays kind and never performs cruelty. The next 24 hours show others how gentleness wins. My beloved child, your boundaries become beautiful fences with open gates, not walls. Peace stands at each gate like a calm guard. The next 24 hours protect what matters while letting love in. A call with good news is not a myth, it is a scheduled fact looking for your attention. A message with clarity is not a dream, it is a delivery. The next 24 hours handle both without delay. You feel the difference between pressure and purpose. Purpose holds you upright without pushing you down. The next 24 hours confirm that you move from purpose. My beloved child, the secret held about you dissolves like salt in warm water. The water of truth tastes clean and steady. The next 24 hours pour that water into every room your name enters. A pathway that seemed narrow widens without losing direction. Your feet find the center line naturally and safely. The next 24 hours keep you centered as opportunities arrive. You welcome help without guilt and offer help without depletion. Reciprocity replaces imbalance with quiet precision. The next 24 hours tune your relationships to harmony. My beloved child, your home receives a simple shift that feels like fresh air. A corner looks brighter because your spirit relaxes and smiles. The next 24 hours make familiar spaces feel new and safe. Work that used to drain you now flows with less friction. Systems align and tools cooperate. The next 24 hours multiply your efficiency and protect your energy. A creative spark jumps from idea to plan without burning you. The flame is steady and the plan is kind. The next 24 hours move the idea into tangible motion. My beloved child, the right eyes see your effort and respond accurately. The right words land in your inbox and remove confusion. The next 24 hours clarify who is for you and what is for you. A previous no transforms into a strategic yes. A previous delay transforms into a well-timed arrival. The next 24 hours translate resistance into progress. You sense closure arriving like a soft evening that invites rest. Closure does not punish you, it blesses you by ending loops that never served you. The next 24 hours tie off threads carefully and gracefully. My beloved child, memories that once hurt now soften like clay in warm hands. You shape them into wisdom without reliving the pain. The next 24 hours seal that wisdom into your choices. Favor stands beside your name on lists you cannot see yet. Access walks toward you with open hands. The next 24 hours place your name where open doors live. A mentor figure appears with calm insight that respects your autonomy. Their words fit your path without pushing you off center. The next 24 hours bring aligned guidance, not noise. My beloved child, your daily bread includes joy that does not ask permission. Your daily strength arrives before your feet touch the floor. The next 24 hours fill your cup with enough for you and enough to share. You notice that your laughter returns without effort. You notice that your shoulders settle lower in peace. The next 24 hours normalize relief as your new baseline. Gratitude wraps around your timeline like a ribbon that refuses to twist. Gratitude keeps your eyes on the gifts arriving steadily. The next 24 hours keep that ribbon intact and visible. My beloved child, you will hear your name spoken with respect in rooms that once ignored it. The echo of that respect strengthens your spine without hardening your heart. The next 24 hours multiply that echo. You look at your reflection and see accuracy instead of criticism. You greet yourself kindly and proceed with clarity. The next 24 hours protect that kindness as a standard. Support flows from unexpected directions like rain on a garden that once felt dry. The garden thanks you with color and calm. The next 24 hours grow visible results. My beloved child, deadlines that scared you now line up like friendly markers. Each marker confirms that you are on path and on pace. The next 24 hours keep your timing snug with your purpose. Love that understands boundaries arrives with patience. Trust that respects evidence arrives with grace. The next 24 hours allow love and trust to take practical shape. You no longer chase what does not match your dignity. You choose what mirrors your value. The next 24 hours remove counterfeit options gently and completely. My beloved child, your insights sharpen like a lens cleaned with care. You see patterns and plan with serene confidence. The next 24 hours honor your clarity. A signature lands where it belongs and authorizes freedom. Paper turns into passage. The next 24 hours turn approval into movement. You remember promises you made to yourself when the night was long. You keep them in daylight with steady joy. The next 24 hours witness your follow-through. My beloved child, the room where doubts once gathered now hosts assurance. Assurance sits in your chair and smiles kindly at your dreams. The next 24 hours let those dreams stretch and stand. A simple yes you speak today will echo into bright corridors. The echo reaches doors you cannot see yet and opens them. The next 24 hours give your yes a microphone. You carry a light that does not tire, a light that does not shout. You carry a light that anchors peace and invites prosperity. The next 24 hours place that light where it belongs, at the center of your decisions. Archangel Michael says your protection is secured and your momentum is blessed. The shield around your plans is firm and kind at the same time. The next 24 hours confirm that no plot can override purpose. My beloved child, a gentle wealth enters your life with quiet certainty. Resources find you through channels you can trust. The next 24 hours begin a flow that respects both generosity and wisdom. Communication becomes clean like freshly washed windows in morning light. Understanding steps into the room and sits down where confusion once paced. The next 24 hours make agreements smooth and fair. You feel prepared, not pressured. You feel guided, not dragged. The next 24 hours place you in the center of grace. My beloved child, old labels fall off like stickers that lost their glue. New labels fit like names that match your soul. The next 24 hours make those names official in your spirit. Peace is not a pause in progress, peace is the engine inside it. Your engine hums at the correct speed now. The next 24 hours keep you powered without strain. Your influence rises without noise or pretense. Your impact becomes tangible and kind. The next 24 hours shine a light on both. My beloved child, the secret about you was this: your destiny is stronger than delay and your name is brighter than rumor. The people who hid the drawer will learn that the drawer belonged to your house. The next 24 hours return the key and secure your ownership. Presence fills your rooms like dawn filling windows. Purpose stands in the doorway and nods. The next 24 hours mark the start of your clarified chapter. Archangel Michael says the unveiling is complete and your steps are protected as you move forward. The shield remains, the path is open, and the timing is yours. The next 24 hours deliver evidence and ease in perfect measure. My beloved child, breathe and receive because the page has turned. Walk and receive because the door is open. The next 24 hours belong to your becoming and your blessing. Now, pause for one simple action that fuels the blessing and spreads it to others. Comment Amen 333, share this message with someone who needs calm courage, and subscribe so your daily guidance arrives on time. Stay to the end of every message, hold your head high, and watch how the next 24 hours honor the truth that was always yours. Archangel Michael says, my beloved child, keep your breath steady because the room you entered is not ordinary but appointed. The floor hums with recognition and the walls carry a memory of your footsteps. The next 24 hours lift the curtain on a stage that was always built for you. My beloved child, a silver thread runs from your chest to a sealed envelope on the table. That envelope carries the story that others tried to hold back with shaky hands. The next 24 hours let your hands open it with calm strength. My beloved child, the ink inside is alive like fresh rain on dusty ground. Each word rises and shows you the shape of your becoming. The next 24 hours make your name sound like music in a hall that honors only truth. My beloved child, a gentle wind moves through the doorway and the lights tilt toward you. This is not pressure but alignment that treats your courage with respect. The next 24 hours confirm that favor recognizes you without needing an introduction. Type Amen 333 to anchor your blessing and lock this opening in your favor. My beloved child, the envelope contains a map drawn in clean lines that your heart already knows. It marks the places where you healed in silence and where your patience grew roots. The next 24 hours reward those roots with fruit and shade. My beloved child, this is viral news about you because grace likes to travel fast when the timing ripens. Your quiet choices become bright signals that reach rooms you have not entered yet. The next 24 hours carry those signals to the right eyes and the right doors. My beloved child, a soft bell rings in the distance and its echo fits your breathing. The bell announces a crossing from delay into delivery without strain. The next 24 hours guide your steps across that bridge with steady rhythm. My beloved child, you notice the furniture of your life shift 1 inch at a time into better positions. Nothing breaks and nothing gets lost because alignment loves order. The next 24 hours set every chair and every key into the place where they serve you best. My beloved child, a message waits in the wings like a dancer ready for cue. It walks to center stage with timing that refuses to be early or late. The next 24 hours let you receive it with peace and clarity. My beloved child, the people who once spoke around your name now learn to speak to your name with respect. Their tone changes because truth corrects the room gently and firmly. The next 24 hours install this correction as the new standard. My beloved child, a page turns with the weight of completion. You do not need to reopen what has finished because closure is a kindness. The next 24 hours seal what belongs behind you and polish what belongs ahead. My beloved child, you feel old heaviness loosen at the shoulders as if an invisible knot unlaces. Relief flows like warm light through your spine and into your stride. The next 24 hours teach your body the language of ease without laziness. My beloved child, a signature travels toward you on paper that matters. The ink dries in your favor because intention aligns with integrity. The next 24 hours translate that integrity into access you can touch. My beloved child, the drawer that hid your candles now stands open and the wicks stand tall. Flame meets them without drama and fills the room without smoke. The next 24 hours keep the brightness steady and safe. My beloved child, gratitude forms a path under your feet like tiles appearing as you walk. Each step reveals the next tile so you never need to guess. The next 24 hours lay those tiles in a line that leads directly to your appointed door. My beloved child, a new rhythm enters your work like a clear drumbeat behind a favorite song. Your tools answer your hands and your plans answer your wisdom. The next 24 hours multiply results without multiplying strain. My beloved child, whispers once swirled like fog with no shape. Clarity cuts a window in that fog and light pours through. The next 24 hours treat your vision with precision. My beloved child, patience wears a crown today because it stayed loyal when applause was absent. That crown does not shout but it glows. The next 24 hours place it gently on your head. My beloved child, a phone buzz will carry warmth instead of worry. A name on the screen will bring alignment instead of confusion. The next 24 hours redeem your communication channels. My beloved child, your value refuses to shrink to fit any room that prefers smallness. Your value stands at full height with elegant calm. The next 24 hours escort you into spaces that honor that height. My beloved child, you feel the calendar soften at the corners as if time itself wants to cooperate. Deadlines become milestones that greet you like friendly markers. The next 24 hours keep your pace exact and kind. My beloved child, support arrives from an angle you did not expect yet fully deserve. It carries no strings and respects your boundaries. The next 24 hours allow help to help without taking your voice. My beloved child, the city around you seems to exhale as your spirit inhales balance. Colors sharpen and hallways feel brighter. The next 24 hours make familiar places feel honestly new. My beloved child, you will find a previously hidden note among everyday items. The note contains 2 simple words that match your next move. The next 24 hours turn those words into action with grace. My beloved child, an old story once tried to repeat itself but lost the page. New script takes the stage with strong bones and soft edges. The next 24 hours let this script guide you with clean authority. Archangel Michael says your path is shielded and your momentum is pure. The shield does not isolate you because it is built from truth and peace. The next 24 hours keep this protection active as you advance. My beloved child, you speak a yes that sounds like a key turning once and opening fully. That yes respects your limits while expanding your reach. The next 24 hours confirm that healthy doors open wider and stay open longer. My beloved child, your creative spark steps from idea to outline to launch. Each step clicks into place with the pleasure of rightness. The next 24 hours transform that spark into stable flame. My beloved child, what once felt like noise now arranges itself into a chord. That chord accompanies your choices like a soundtrack that fits the scene perfectly. The next 24 hours score your movements with favor. My beloved child, a gentle wealth finds you through channels that are clean and transparent. You recognize it by the peace it brings to your breathing. The next 24 hours welcome that flow and teach it where to live. My beloved child, relationships realign with elegance. Conversations land softly and agreements form without friction. The next 24 hours let harmony become normal and sustainable. My beloved child, you will place one item in a new spot and feel a surprising lift. That small shift signals a larger reordering that serves your future. The next 24 hours complete that reordering with quiet certainty. My beloved child, your courage has matured into calm authority. This authority does not dominate but it does decide. The next 24 hours let your decisions carry light and steadiness. My beloved child, you will hear your name spoken from a distance in a tone that matches your dignity. The sound reaches you like good weather arriving on time. The next 24 hours allow that sound to settle into your bones. My beloved child, the door ahead carries two handles called honor and clarity. You hold both as you enter because you have earned both by staying true. The next 24 hours keep your grip firm and your heart soft. My beloved child, a document once delayed now advances with crisp edges and prompt signatures. Process respects purpose when purpose refuses to waver. The next 24 hours turn waiting rooms into welcome rooms. My beloved child, your home breathes differently when you rest. Peace fills corners that used to collect dust and doubt. The next 24 hours make rest an active ally of your progress. My beloved child, forgiveness washes a memory until it loses its sting. You keep the wisdom and release the weight. The next 24 hours set this freedom as the new setting of your life. My beloved child, your boundaries glow like lanterns along a garden path. They show where love can walk and where chaos must stop. The next 24 hours keep those lanterns bright without burning. My beloved child, a kind mentor appears with insight that does not intrude. Their words meet your timing instead of forcing a shortcut. The next 24 hours let healthy guidance strengthen your steps. My beloved child, confidence returns to your voice with a softness that carries far. People respond because authentic surety is magnetic. The next 24 hours amplify that magnetism with grace. My beloved child, a window that faced only gray now opens to a sky with clear depth. Perspective widens and pressure shrinks. The next 24 hours train your eyes to hold this wider view. My beloved child, patterns that drained you unravel without drama. You replace them with rhythms that build you quietly and consistently. The next 24 hours lock these new rhythms into place. My beloved child, your name appears on the right list at the right moment. Access greets you with a handshake that feels honest. The next 24 hours put that handshake to work for your destiny. My beloved child, you gather evidence that goodness is not random in your life. It is responsive to the integrity you have practiced. The next 24 hours deliver that evidence in sequence. My beloved child, your laughter returns like a familiar friend who knows your favorite chair. It sits with you without asking for performance. The next 24 hours let joy stay and stretch. My beloved child, you will notice that desire and discipline are no longer rivals. They move together like 2 feet walking one path. The next 24 hours keep them synchronized. My beloved child, a room that once felt too small now fits you because you no longer shrink inside it. Your full stature makes the room grow around you. The next 24 hours keep this expansion gentle and real. My beloved child, gratitude wraps your schedule like a ribbon that refuses to knot. It keeps your mind focused on gifts already present and gifts on the road. The next 24 hours guard this focus from every distraction. My beloved child, the story people wrote without you dissolves into the air. The story you write with truth remains and gathers honor. The next 24 hours celebrate authorship that is honest and brave. My beloved child, past losses no longer define your forecasts. Data now includes miracles that follow integrity. The next 24 hours teach your planning to account for favor. My beloved child, a quiet confidence settles into your posture and your pace. You move like someone who belongs because you do. The next 24 hours make belonging a felt reality. My beloved child, a sealed drawer in your memory opens to reveal a gift you were once too tired to use. Today you are ready and the gift fits your hand perfectly. The next 24 hours put it to purposeful work. My beloved child, the air around your plans clears of unnecessary noise. Only voices that add value remain near the table. The next 24 hours keep that table curated and protected. My beloved child, generosity rises in you like sunlight on a patient field. You give wisely and you receive humbly. The next 24 hours balance both with precision. My beloved child, the bridge between your intention and your outcome holds strong. Footsteps land and the structure does not tremble. The next 24 hours carry you across without delay. Archangel Michael says your unveiling is recognized and your route is guarded. The gates ahead open in sequence so your spirit stays unhurried and effective. The next 24 hours keep the sequence flowing without interruption. My beloved child, dreams that once lived only at night begin to schedule meetings in daylight. You greet them with structure and joy. The next 24 hours place pens and papers where they can become real. My beloved child, your finances relax as wisdom meets opportunity with calm eyes. Agreements form with fairness and clarity. The next 24 hours favor clean numbers and honest outcomes. My beloved child, your influence grows without noise because it is built on service. People trust what is steady and kind. The next 24 hours let your impact travel in circles that last. My beloved child, the final pieces of this chapter slide into position like a door closing softly on a well-loved room. You keep the memories and carry the lessons. The next 24 hours open the next door with the same gentle certainty. My beloved child, the secret they kept about you has no power now because the truth stands in daylight. You carry that daylight forward with humility and strength. The next 24 hours prove that revelation is safer than rumor. My beloved child, breathe, step, receive, and continue. The corridor is long enough for your future and bright enough for your peace. The next 24 hours belong to your steady rise and your anchored blessing. Archangel Michael says the shield remains, the way is clear, and your timing is protected. Favor travels with you like a quiet companion who never leaves. The next 24 hours confirm that you are exactly where grace wants you to be. Now seal it and spread it so the blessing multiplies. Comment Amen 333, share this message with one person who needs calm courage, and subscribe so your daily guidance arrives on time. Stay from start to end, hold your head high, and watch how the next 24 hours